29th of May this year to 25th November next year. So around 18 months, as you know, Rahu and Ketu are going to change signs and they stay in one sign for around 1.5 years. So now this time, as you know, they are changing their signs into Aquarius and Leo. So basically, Rahu will be in the sign of Aquarius and Ketu will be in the sign of Leo. So what does this mean? Well, I have already made the video for 12 ascendants and 12 moon signs in English. If you have not seen it, then please watch it. I will pin them down in the description section and also in the comments. And this video is specifically meant for you to understand in general, apart from your ascendant or moon sign, how to understand this. What are certain things that can happen? So, number one thing that you can expect to happen is Ketu will be very powerful in the sign of Leo. Now, what does this mean? See, Leo is the sign of the self, basically. So, when Ketu comes there, what happens? It's like Ketu is indicating confusion. Ketu is the planet of spirituality, deep inner wisdom. So, when Ketu transits a particular sign, it means that there is a search internally which goes on in that area of life. Now, this means when Ketu enters you, you will very, very, very strongly want to know who you are. Now, of course, you may say, this is very vague and this is like very general. Oh, I want to know who I am. I always want to know who I am, right? But how do I use this practically? So, practically, it will manifest in all areas of your life. For example, it will specifically manifest in your career. So you will see most of the people will now resign from their jobs. Most of the people will want to be self-employed. Most of the people will want to do something which they actually believe in, because Ketu will come and tell them, hey, you don't believe in this, then get out of this. You don't identify this, you don't see any value. Now, when I say value, I don't mean mundane, materialistic, financial value. That is also important, no doubt on it. But when I say value, it means what kind of a value does it add to your life? Does it add any value which you are doing? Like, do you feel fulfilled? Do you think you are part of something larger? If you don't think like that, then you may not stay in that job, and you should not stay in that job. So you will see many people will become more self-employed. They will want to start a YouTube channel or LinkedIn page, Instagram reels, or YouTube shorts, or whatever. Basically, doing something which they enjoy. Very, very, very important. Then the second thing that you can expect is when Rahu will enter Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of revolution. Aquarius is the sign of Saturn. It is the sign of innovation. It's the sign of, you could say, discoveries also. Okay. So there will be a lot of innovations, there will be discoveries, and there will be a lot of revelations also which will come. So now you will see, there will be a lot of things about UFOs, aliens, these things might come out. Okay. And you will also see Aquarius is the sign of AI and Rahu also shows technology. So we remember distinctly when Saturn entered Aquarius, 3 years back. So that time from then we have seen, Chat GPT has come and many other AI related information has come. Now AI is all over the place. And now AI is so rampant that a normal person is also using it. So now when Rahu enters Aquarius, you will see this will even go further. Like the next level of AI could come actually, which could be actually AI. Like for example, which is like you you tell something, but they understand what you mean. Okay, now you have to give clear cut commands to the AI, like do this, do that. But then like it will go to a next level. Okay, where it can actually track your behavior, it can understand, and it can actually recommend things exactly like a human. So you could see the next level is coming up. Okay, so this is very, very, very prominent. Now, along with this, Saturn, as you know, is in Pisces. So when I made the video for Saturn and Pisces in Instagram, I also said for 2025, sorry, where I said in Instagram that you will see many people will want to become self-employed. They will want to know who they are. Okay, they will voluntarily resign from their jobs. So this will also be very critical with Ketu in Leo, because so it will be like, harmonious with each other. And now when Rahu will enter Aquarius, you will also see that people will realize the value of communities. What do I mean by this? People will realize that we cannot stay alone. We are not meant to exist alone. Nowadays, people, especially I would say, in the West, nowadays in India too, people who are a bit left leaning, they will always say, oh, self love is all that you need. You don't need anybody. You need independence. Blah blah blah. They will always say this. Now, what they are saying is not wrong, but it is also not 100% correct. In fact, it can be very misleading at times. See, it is not good to be dependent. And so, better than dependence is independence, okay? Which means you are not dependent on anybody. You can do everything yourself, or most of the things. Either you pay somebody or you do it yourself, okay? Then there is level 3, which is interdependence, which means, okay, I can do this, you can do that, but I choose not to do it and I let you do it, and you choose not to do something and I do something of yours, so that we have this relationship. We have some mutual dependency on each other, okay? Or rather, I would say mutual interdependency on each other. That sounds better. So by that you build relationships with people, either it's with your parents, your spouse, your children, your siblings, your neighbors, your friends, your colleagues. Otherwise, there is no, if people are just doing their own thing, then there is no possibility of any relationship developing, right? Relationship cannot develop in dependence, nor can it develop in independence. Now, in dependence, it can, but it becomes very one sided and it becomes very toxic, okay? Now, unless you have aged parents or you have like newborn, with them you will always have one-sided relationship. It will never be that they are coming and doing something for you. That's different. But in general, if somebody is not newborn or not totally aged, generally there is interdependence, and only then there can be sustainability. So people will now realize, now you will see, people will want to go more into community events, want to do more networking, especially with the people of your niche. So now, if you want to do any community event, if you want to do anything like, like for example, okay, you have a YouTube channel, you want to arrange a get together for somebody, for your subscribers, your followers, then this is a perfect time, because now people will realize that the greatest value that will come is in sharing, okay? And now, in your chart also, it is very important. So if you already have a planet in Aquarius in your original birth chart, so that means now Rahu will transit over it, okay? So this is also very important. So in case you have that kind of a situation, then you need to understand that now I may want to discover or innovate something related to that. Now, when I say discover or innovate, I don't mean in a scientific or in terms of research sense, like like IEEE paper or something like that. Not necessarily. It could be anything, like for example, if your Jupiter is there in the sign of Aquarius, now Rahu comes over it, you may start developing interest towards maths, physics, or astrology, or you may meet a spiritual guru, you may do a lot of things basically. So Rahu will explode. So whichever planet Rahu is transiting over, there will be explosion in that area of life, okay? So therefore, you need to understand that this is a very serious thing, because if there are already malefics, then there could be trouble. So for example, if you have Saturn in Aquarius, you are born with Saturn in Aquarius, then it could happen that Rahu is exploding some of your challenges, difficulties, and troubles, trials, tribulations, okay? Because Saturn in general is a natural malefic. So you need to understand that this can be very good, this can be challenging also. Now, if you have a planet already in the sign of Leo where Ketu will transit, then this will show that you will want to develop some creativity through that planet. So for example, if you have the moon in the sign of Leo, originally your moon sign is Leo, now Ketu will transit over it, so you may want to do something related to the moon. Now what could be something related to the moon? The moon indicates singing, because if the moon is in the trines of the Navamsha, then it can show you have you want to sing, or you are interested in singing. Okay, so you may want to sing. Now you may become a bathroom singer, or you may become a big singer, or you may be a moderate singer. That depends on your chart, what is going on. Okay, but this search for individuality will come. So now this is very interesting. What is happening is, on one side, the planet of explosion, the planet of uh, like at a mass level, the planet which shows things that people talk about, trendy things like Rahu, for example. That planet is going into its own sign, because Saturn and Rahu co-rules Aquarius, as they say, right? So therefore, if Rahu is transiting into the sign of Aquarius, then you need to know that those traits will explode. And Aquarius is the original 11th sign. So externally, what is happening is, you are wanting to meet people and socialize, but Ketu is in the sign of Leo. So internally, you will be like, no, I will meet people, but not random strangers, not random people in the internet, not random people who are just having superficial talks. Okay, I will meet people, but I will meet them only if they are in the same vibration as mine. If, what do they say, same vibe. So the vibe has to match, right? If the vibe is not matching, oh, you will not want to go and meet that person. Okay, you will be like, oh, better I stay alone. So now what will happen is, fake people will not be there in your life. Now when I say not be there, I don't mean they will not come, but I mean to say that you will not entertain them. Fake for you. So for example, you are seeing exotic astrology, which means you might have some interest in astrology, right? Hit the thumbs up if you think you have interest towards astrology, and that is why you are watching exotic astrology. Great to know that. So now you are like, oh no, that's enough. I cannot just watch exotic astrology. I want to meet other people also uh, who are interested in astrology. So you will, try to see, okay, now Rahu will be activated. Okay, who is there? Maybe there are 2, 3 people in my city. You join some group here, there, and you find, oh, these people are there. Then you'll be like, oh, let's have a meeting. There you will discuss Parashari or whatever, Nadi, KP, Jaimini, whatever. You will discuss things. And then you'll be like, oh, yes, see, I have new friends. I have good friends. Okay. So therefore, it's a very beautiful time to find yourself internally, and then to externalize that. Okay, very, very, very powerful time. And along with it, as I said, if you are into research, R&D and all this, fantastic. If you are into creativity, then fantastic. The only thing is, you need to understand, at times you may do extreme things, like, for example, okay, I will only socialize, or I will not socialize at all. So now you must try to strike a balance. Otherwise, what will happen is, you will feel that life has become overwhelming. You will feel overburdened by your own extremities. So don't go in that zone where, every other day you are having party, you are going to social networking events. Like, keep it up to once a week, or like, yeah, once in 10 days, if required 2 or 3 times in a month, something like that. And the rest of the period, you focus on developing your own self, your own creativity, where Ketu is in Leo. Now, otherwise, if you do the other way around, and also don't go to the other extreme, oh, I'm not going to meet anywhere, I'll just sit in my home, because then you'll feel very dry. Okay, therefore keep this balance, and you will realize that i am I am doing something myself, but then when I'm meeting others, I am expanding on that, and that is like, exploding. So do that, both of them. Do your best, and also meet others, and please don't forget to don't feel ashamed to ask for help if required, and don't feel guilty about helping others also. Okay, so therefore try to keep a balance between yourself and the external world, and you will do fantastic. All right, so that will be all from my side. I hope you like this video. Please share your thoughts and comments below. I'd love to read them. And yes, God is there with you all the time. Just look to him and you'll find him for sure. And if you want a personalized consultation, my horoscope, my website is down in the description section. You'll find it. All right. Please take care. And yes, today is also the most auspicious occasion of Shri Narsimha Chaturdashi. So I wish you a very, very, very happy Narsimha Chaturdashi festival. Shubh Narsimha Chaturdashi to all who is watching this video, and I hope you watched videos about Narsimha Dev, you heard lectures of your guru, and you immersed yourself in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Vishnu, today. And don't forget to remember Prahlad Maharaj, for whom Narsimha Dev appeared. All right. Thank you so much. Please take care. Jai Siya Ram.